Suddenly, some Ohio Republicans want to tax the rich to pay for tax cuts for lower incomes while increasing spending for education and social programs. Governor DeWine started this trend with his state budget, and now leaders of the Republican-controlled House have gone even further. Here are some highlights of the House budget plan. It would reduce the big tax break sole proprietors like lawyers and accountants get on income from their businesses. Very low-income people would see state taxes eliminated, while those making less than $89,000 a year would see roughly a 5% cut in the state income tax. The House plan spends even more money than Mike DeWine would on so-called wraparound programs to help kids before and after school in poor areas. And it adds even more money to DeWine's increases for children's service programs, which are very stretched because of the opioid crisis. Jesse Balmer, one social service provider, says she was blown away by the House GOP budget. Is that the feeling at the State House? That people were surprised?
I think Speaker Larry Householder and his Republicans are like Robin Hood right now. They're taking from the rich and giving to the poor. So I think a lot of the programs that they've cut back on are tax exemptions on things like owning a portion of a private plane through a specific business. There are things like investments in coins, in bullion. It's motion picture taxes, and some of the money where they're investing is in schools or in eliminating income taxes on some of the lower income Ohioans. Another thing that they really took a look at was this taxing of business income used as personal income, so for like pass-through entities, and reducing how much money could be tax-free on that.
So, Jeremy, this is only once. This is the second step of really a three-step process, at least three-step process.
We're not even done. We're at the beginning of the second step.
Yeah.
Very
the
beginning.
House has still got to pass it next week.
Yeah.
So this is a long way to go. A lawmaker is going to basically approve this tax hike on some people to pay for tax cuts for others.
I think there's something in the background that we really need to talk about. It's Householders Coalition with the Democrats, and what effect has that had on this budget? The second aspect we have to look at is that the sinking fund is at maximum level. You can't put any more money in it. So what caused this benevolence all of a sudden? I like the governor. I like his approach to social service programs, education, all the things that he's doing. But I think there's some lurking things in the background mechanically that require the Republicans to do some of this.
Jeremy, is that what's happening, that Larry Householder has promised this to Democrats? Or
I don't know if I use the word. I don't know if I use the word lurking, but I would definitely say that. Larry Householder, it's a different kind of speakership than what you had the past couple of speakers, which is Republicans are going to do Republican things, and Democrats, thanks for showing up. And here it's a lot more kind of murky. And Larry Householder is the kind of speaker that cuts deals, and it's not so much ideological as what can we do to get down to brass tacks to get things done, and I think this reflects that.
You're a fiscal conservative, Terry. What do you think of this budget plan?
Well, part of the good news for Ohio, and this is jumping ahead to a later topic, Mike DeWine and the Republicans in the legislature have been very lucky that the economy, as reported in the national numbers, is really doing well. And when Ohio opened up the income tax envelopes mailed in April 15th, Ohio did better than expected, and it looks like the economy and the recovery is going to continue very well. So that gives them more money, and so they can do more things.
Terry, then why did households use language like this, that the economy is going well, but not everybody is benefiting from it? He said that.
Maybe he's enlightened. Why complain?
Jesse, Larry Householder comes from rural Ohio. He comes from, southern Ohio, Appalachia, hit hard by the opioid crisis. He has a soft spot for these children's services, which are stretched because of foster parents' burdens and things like that. So that could be part of his motivation as well. Probably is.
Yeah, I think you can definitely see his background in this budget. The money for schools is tailored specifically to rural schools in places with more agriculture. I think you see even things like money for lower income students to take advanced placement tests, things like that maybe help people a little bit.
And Speaker Householder's wife is a teacher in the public schools in Perry County, so she sees and shares with him firsthand how things have impacted people in real life.
I think this is a good thing.
Well,
when the rural can see synergy with the urban on these critical issues. They
now
have
I'm gonna agree with you,
characteristics,
Sam. You're getting
characteristically
smarter.
the same thing, yes.
On this question, you're doing better.
Well, thank you.
I would say, though, before we all get too kumbaya, is that there's a reason these tax expenditures are going to fund this proposed income tax cut. There's a reason these things have stuck around. There's a reason. I remember this isn't the first time they've tried to cut taxes on corporate or tax deductions on corporate jets. The motion picture tax credit, a lot of people really like that. So I don't think this is not a done deal by any means.
All right.
But I'm glad to be a populist, opposed to those Hollywood people getting subsidies from Ohio
I'm
taxpayers.
surprised at you.
It is. They are things that both conservatives and more liberal people have gotten on board with, because the Buckeye Institute, very conservative organization, has had this on a list to get rid of for years.